right, everybody at home. Championship game, AHF 18UAA Igloo, Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Arizona Bobcats from the west side of the bracket against the Atlantic Division winner, Team Philadelphia.
Testing. If both teams could please line up on the blue line for this afternoon's national anthem. Thank you.
All right, looks like we're all set. First shift out. Nichols, Doc, Fisher, with Tobin and Ricky, and Justin Adams in net. Touchdown, back out, Doc battling for it, comes back into neutral zone. Ricky tries to pull at it, picked up by Nichols. Nichols back over to Fisher. Fisher knocked down, picked back up all the way back to defensive zone. Bobcats shuffling around the opposite side, now up the wall. Fisher. Knocked down, back over to Tobin. Tobin makes a move around, pushes it all the way in. Fisher on the forecheck. Back out to Tobin. Tobin dumps it in. Nichols down. Bobcat shuffled around the other side. Kusa on the ice. Back over. Bobcats up the wall. Picked back up by Kusa. Kusa gains his own. All the way back. Shuffles it back up. Bob charges off the blue line. Knocked back over. Bruto. Back on the ice. Back over to Kusa. Shot attempt. Knocked back down. Bruto. Tangles at the wall. Back at the box. Shot attempt. Oh, just goes over top of the goaltender's head. That'll be an icing call. Touchdown, back over to Zimmerman. Kobe takes a shot, goes over top of the goaltender's head. Ricky charges off the blue line, drops it down into the corner. Luca fighting for it. Back down. Bobcats swinging around up to the opposite side. Luca's there. Try to clear the zone. Justin. Bart with Luca. Back over to Ricky. Swings around opposite side. Picked up by Lang. Lang up the boards to Kobe. Kobe try to feed it. Bart couldn't control between his skates. Bobcats come across. Blocker side save into the corner by Justin. Back over to Ricky. Swings it back to Lang. Luca try to get it over to Kobe. Back against the wall, loses it, back over to Nichols. Nichols dumps it in. Fisher. Fisher onto the puck. Bobcats lose their edge, takes the referee out. Referee's able to get back up. Couple back opposite side, back over to Bops. Bops knocks it back down to Lang into the neutral zone. No icing. Fisher gets it out of the zone. Bobcats send it in. Picked up. Bops opposite side. Back over to Lang. Lang clears the zone. Nichols sends it up ice. Picked up by Bops. Pulled back out of the zone. Bops puts a couple defenders. Gets knocked down. Back out to the point. Clears off the Fishers. And the glove save. Nice save by Justin. Jump down, back out to the point, gets all the way out in the neutral zone. Picked up by Kusa. Back over opposite side, over to Fisher. Try to get around the corner, gets tackled into the wall. Back over, looking. Back out to the point. Tobin sends it deep. Bobcats pick it up. Try to get it up the wall. Knocked down by Deep at the blue line. Send Deep all the way around to the opposite side. And it goes into the Bobcats bench. Bruto, Fisher, Cusa, Lang, and Thies. Touchdown. Cusa off the crossbar. Scores! Bruto start the game off 1-0. So at the 12-13 mark, Team Philly on the board first. Bart, Kobe, Luca, pucks down, back over to Lang. Lang shuffles it back up to Kobe. Kobe takes a swipe at it. Bobcats cycle around the opposite side, all the way back. No icing call. Bart, pressure onto the boards. Pick back up, all the way out to the point. Bobcats shuffle back out. Shot goes off of Kobe's skates. Delayed offsides, picked up by Lang. Lang. Picked back up by Luca. Luca sends it deep. Bobcats get it into the neutral zone. Justin with the blocker side save. Picked up by Thies. Thies looking. Over to Kobe. Kobe sends it on net. Goaltender guides it to the corner. Line change for Team Philadelphia. Tap forward. Justin knocks it down. Picked up by Tobin. Tobin thought about it. Fisher. Nichols on the face-off. Puck down into the corner. Tobin picks it up. Sends it back up. Out of the zone. That's a high stick. Hand pass, sorry. Fisher. Doc, Nichols with Ricky and Tobin out on the ice. Pucks down. Bobcats shuffle it across the blue line. Didn't gain the zone. Tobin's back. Pressure. Nichols over to help. Shot attempt goes wide of Justin. Shuffle back on the other side. Picked up by Nichols. No icing. Doc, pressure. Shuffle back over. Nichols is over to help. Nichols. Shot attempt goes wide, back to the other side. Fisher over to fight for it against the boards. Tobin's there. Comes out of the zone. Bobcats. Sends it on net. Steered out. Back over to Fisher. Line change for Team Philadelphia as the Bobcats gain the neutral zone. Come back up. Fisher drops it down. Back over to Tobin. Back over to Prudo. Prudo. Bobcats shuffle around to the other side. Back down. Cusa wrists it over. Thies on the back check. Back over to Prudo. Prudo. Back over to Cusa. Cusa gets a puck. Fisher, Prudo, Cusa, Bops, and Thies out on the ice. Puck's down, back over Prudo, gets a shot attempt off, goes just wide. Picked up by Thies, tries to knock it down. Bobcats turn. Cusa, just outside of his reach. Bobcats try to send it up the boards. Bops try to keep it in the zone. Delayed offside. Bobcats gather. Cross center ice. Send it back. Justin knocks it down. Picked up by Bobs. Over to Prudo. Prudo. Try to get it up to Fisher. Fisher comes away with it. Looks got Cusa. Scores! Feed from Fisher. Hits the top corner. Put Team Philly up 2-0 at the 8:24 mark. Bart, Kobe, Luca out on the ice. Back over to Ricky. Ricky back. Segers it back up over to Kobe. Kobe charging after it. Back along. Bart's overcharged for it. Now it's in the neutral zone. Bart sends it deep. I don't know how that was an icing call. Same lineup. Puck's down, back over to Lang. Lang turns the corner, back up, tosses it into the neutral zone, over to Kobe. Kobe tries to get it up over to Luca. Luca back over. Shot attempt. Goaltender kicks at it. Drives it back out, back into the corner. It's all the way back, opposite side. Picked back up. Sent up. Knocked down. Lang. And gets the roll. So 7:42. Arizona puts one on the board. Got down opposite side. Ooh, Fisher. Drives forward, back over. Nichols swipes at it. Sends it back up. Picked up by Bops. Center ice. Tries to kick. Fisher drops it in. Comes back out. Turbin on the back check. Nice save by Justin. All the way on the opposite side. Justin. Fisher's there. Looks for a little bit of help. Got a guy in his back pocket. And an offside. 6:56. Fisher, Peruto, Cusa. Set back. Bobcats shuffle around into the neutral zone. Across the blue line. Knocked back down. That's picked up by Cusa. Cusa. 3-on-2 opportunity. Backhand pass.
Way to go, Patty!
Back over to Thies. Thies. Delayed offside. Cleared. Back over to Fisher. Fisher to Cusa. Back over to Fisher. Oh my gosh, misses the top corner. Back over. Sent back out to the point. Thies is there. Over to Peruto. Out to Thies again. So go back over to Fisher. Fisher. Oh my gosh, backside pass just rolls into the goaltender's glove. Bart, Kobe, Luca, Lang, and Thies. Back down, back out to the point. Lang knocks it back. Fight for it, picked up by Luca. Goaltender gloves it.
Go Cats!
Pucks down, back out to Thies at the point. Back over to Luca. Just outside the reach of Bart. Kobe. Battle against the boards. Bobcats turn the corner. Send it back out. Try to get it through. Thies is there. Bobcats rotate it back. It's all the way back out. Opposite side, back over to Thies. Thies. No icing call. Nichols charging up. Back over to Doc. Doc back out to Fisher. Fisher. Tips it back out to Doc. Doc gets taken off the puck. That's back over. Knocked back. Lang cycles it back over to Fisher. Fisher across the blue line. Got a guy in his back pocket. Shot attempt goes wide. Ricky charging off the blue line. Doc looking for a little bit of help. Pivots it back down, looking over to Fisher. Fisher by himself, looking for a little help. Back all the way to the point. That's an icing call. Puck's down, back over to Doc. Doc turns. Sent it back behind the board. Bobcats send it into the protective netting. Nichols, Fisher, Doc, Tobin, Ricky. Nichols cycles it back out. Ricky on a back check. Justin gets a glove on it. Blocker goes into the protective netting. Nichols on the face-off. Back over. Bobcats game is hot. Knocked out in front by Nichols. Nichols got a couple guys with him. Nice pass out front. Back over to Fisher. Fisher cycles it back over. Centering pass picked up by a defender right in front of the net. Bobcat shuffle back over to the opposite side. That'll be an icing call. Fisher, Prudo, Cuso, Bops, Peace. Oh, side of the net. Cuso with that wrister. Just so tough. Set all the way back. That'll be an icing call. Back over to Prudo. Bops. Oh my gosh. Goaltender barely got a glove on it. Peace charged forward. Shot attempt. Makes its way all the way out. Bops sends it deep. Peace. Bops it forward. Bobcats are on the opposite side. Backside pass, guy was falling down, swung at it, Justin came across the crease, just got by his outside edge of his pad to tie this up at 2-2 at the 2:17 mark.
Let's go, Bobcat!
Back out, Kobe, Bart, and Luca out on the ice. That looked like an offside. Set back. Back over to Lang, shuffles back over to Ricky. Ricky clears his own. Luca on the charge. Over to Kobe, sends it forward. Ricky's there. Delayed offside, cleared. Back out to Lang. Cleared. Swung all the way around, rimmed it. Offsides. Back over to Kobe by himself. Loses it off his stick. Now it's back in the neutral zone. Bobcats send it in. Fisher, Nichols, Doc. Bob shuffles over the opposite side over to Tobin. Tobin. Knocked back down by Tobin. Sent back up.
Get it, Holland!
Knocked free by Fisher. Fisher across the blue line. Nice shot. Rebound came right out in front. Doc was just by it. Back out to the point to Tobin. Cycles it back down to Fisher. Fisher back over to Doc. Doc. Back over to Fisher. Fisher looking. And shuffles it back out to Bops. Bops had to turn and fire as he lost it into the neutral zone.
Holland!
4, 3, 2, 1, and that should do it. At the end of one, Kinkley gets on the board early with 2 goals, and then Bobcats come back to put 2 on at the very end. So even game 2-2. Start of the second period. Fisher, Cusa, Perudo, with Lang and Deese back on defense. Ups down. Bobcats. It's in the zone. Back over. Deese shuffles back over to Lang. Lang moves it off his stick. Can't pick it up. Thies is there. Thies. Back over to Prudo. Try to hit Fisher going long. Tap forward. Lang drops it in. Back over to Fisher. Backhand.
There we go! Go Cats!
Good check by Prudo. Same lineup. Back out to the point. Justin steers into the corner. Bobcat send it over it. Ricky leaves it off the stick. Right into the slot. Bobcats turn and shuffle back down into the corner. Back over to Prudo. Prudo sends it forward. That's going to be an icing call. Nichols, Fisher, Doc. All the way to the back wall. Tobin fights for it. Bobcats get it. Try to send it in front. Goes cross crease. Back over to Fisher. Fisher all the way down. Goaltender knocks it down. Sends it up into the neutral zone. Opposite side. Nice save by Justin. Wow. That'll be an icing call. Bart, Luca, Kobe, touchdown, back out to the point. Bobcat send it into the corner. Bops is there. Cycle around the other side. Thies turns. Gets it on his stick. Back over to Luca. Luca. Opposite side. Over to Kobe. Kobe dumps it in. Goaltender. Ribs it down. Sends it back to the back wall. Bart, Thies, Kobe, Bops, Luca. Back out to Thies. Thies. Back over to Luca. Luca looked. Moves it off. Pulls it back through. Bart. Shuffles it back over to Luca. Luca's got two guys on it. Back out to Thies at the point. Send deep. Thies. Turn back to the other side, back up to Fisher. Fisher tried to send up the boards. Luca pivots and sends it up. Justin with the glove save.
We're all the way down.
Prudo cues to Fisher. Lang and Ricky. Back out to the point. He knocks it back. Cusa tries to clear the zone. Bobcat shuffle it back. Lang, good job getting it to the sidewall. Back over to Cusa. Cusa, opposite side over to Peruto. Peruto shuffles it back over to Cusa. Backhand, goes off the goaltender's pad to the back wall. Back over to Peruto. Peruto worms his way around, centers it back out to the point. Lang shuffles it back over to Fisher. Fisher by himself in the corner. Back out to Lang. Lang loses it for a minute. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher. Peruto back over to help. Shot attempt. Ricky thought about it. Comes back up. 3-on-2. Odd man rush. Good knockdown by Fisher. Pushed out in front of Fisher. Bobcats turn and fire in. Have to clear the zone. Picked up by Lang. Lang tried to get it out of the zone. That's an offsides. Down, back over. Nichols gathers it, sends it in. That's an icing call. Same lineup. Down, picked up by Doc. Doc shuffles it back over to Nichols. Nichols gets a shot off. Blocker side save over to the sidewall. Send back over. Fisher loses an edge. Bobcats try to send it back up. Clear, send it back. 2-on-1 opportunity. Justin with a nice save. Luca, Bart, Lang, Kobe, and Thies. I got to the point. Sent wide of the net. Back over. Lang in pursuit. Cats take a shot. Goes off the defender's stick to the back wall. Nice save by Justin. Thies try to get it up. Back over to Bart. Bart cycles it back over to Gobi. Gobi loses an edge. Bobcats gain the zone on the wing. Center pass. Picked back up by Thies. Knocked back down. All the way over to Bart. Bart try to send it deep. Bobcats pick it up in the neutral zone. Line change for Team Philadelphia. Thies.
Go, baby, here we go.
Center pass. Top shelf. Score for the Bobcats. The 3-2 Bobcats at the 11:28 mark.
Bobcats!
Way to go, Bird!
Touchdown. Back out to Tobin. Send deep. Ricky charges forward. Picked up on the wing by Fisher. Fisher tried to make a move around. And goaltender puts a glove on it. I got to the point to Tobin. Over to Prudo. Prudo sends it on net. Fisher tried to redirect it. Picked back up by Prudo. Dumps it back in. Bobcats look up.
There you go.
Across the blue line. Tobin's there. Shuffles it back around opposite side to Ricky. Ricky pushes it out. So reaches for it. Nice save by Justin. Not sure how he saw that. Backhand goes off the side of the post. Back over to Cusa. Cusa dribbles it up. Knocked down. Back over to Ricky. Ricky shovels it back. Prudo looking. Good check into the boards. Lifted. Back down. Bobcats win the battle back into the corner. Looking. Justin. Bart out on the face-off.
Go, Pips!
Touchdown, back over. Box sends it up. Kobe. Try to go long. Offsides.
Whoa! It's not on our guy. Unicorn.
Referee's trying to determine if there was a penalty. Back over to Bops. Bops over to Thief. Thief drops it in. Tap forward. Bops over to the back wall. Cycles it back over. Luca into the corner. Bobcats fight for it. Luca. Justin with the glove. Fisher, Prudo, Cusa. Out on the ice. Touchdown, back out to the point. Opposite side. Justin with the glove. Back sidewall. Bob's trying to clear the zone. Rides the rail. Prudo's there. Fisher puts a little nose in it. Bobcats have to clear the zone. Delayed offsides. Picked back up by Bob's. Knocked back down. Justin with a really nice save. That's its own turnover. Fisher comes and offsides. Bobcats gain control. Back over, center ice. Come across the blue line. Shot attempt. Justin steers it into the corner.
Last year, we were able to make an expectation that the best place to be is when expectations are high. Getting to it, it's always going to be that way. And now it's going on in
Go Birds!
we don't go back and give it. We don't give up if you don't or not. We don't give it if you give us no.
Touchdown. Lang tried to clear his zones, unable to do so. Back over. Now shuffle back over to Pruda. Pruda can't hold it. All the way out to the wing. Ricky's there. Knocks it back. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher over to Pruda. Pruda. Nice save by Justin. Justin steer. Back out to Cusa. Fisher. Passes to himself against the wall. Try to push it forward. Cusa's back over. Back over to Pruda. Pruda fights through. There's a penalty coming up. Hooking call coming up on Arizona. Fisher on the faceoff, back out to Nichols. Scored! Nichols from the point. Actually, there's a redirect from Bobs. 5 seconds into the penalty, Team Philly puts it on the board after a redirect, catches a 5-hole from Bobs. This game's tied up at the 7:24 mark of the second period. Pucks one back over to Tobin. Tobin. Nichols on the forecheck. Docky pulls it back. Oh my gosh, just outside of his reach. Back over to Fisher. Fisher dumps it long. Nichols on the forecheck all the way down into the corner. Looks. Puck is lost on the backside of the net. Shot attempt. Goes high. Tobin's there at the blue line. Pick back up. Back over to 6:39. Fisher, Pruda, Cusa, Bobs and Tobin. Touchdown. Bobcats. Justin. Defensive line change. Lang and Wright out onto the ice. Sorry, Thies. Puck's back out at the point. Shuffle it back. Against the wall. Draw back, shot attempt. Back behind the net. Lang's there. Back up by Thies. Caught up. Knocked down by Lang. Lang drops it in. Bobcat shuffle around the opposite side. Pluto in pursuit. Cusa back over to help. Bobcats pull it back behind the net. Turn the corner. 5:32 left, second period. 3-3. Kick back up. Bobcat shuffle it back out. Thies. Tripping call coming up. Delayed offset, a penalty. Cusa heading to the box at the 5:11 mark. Bart, Lang, Luca, and Thies out on the ice to kill this penalty off. Back down, back over to Lang. Lang shuffles back over to Thies. Shuffle back out. Shuffle to the point. Shot redirects, goes over top to the back wall. Justin gathers it. Back over to Ricky. Sends it all the way back up. Goaltender knocks it down. Bobcats pick it up. Minute 22 left on penalty kill for Team Philly. Luca circles back around. Bobcats gain the zone, send it back out to the point. Justin with a nice glove save. Nichols, Fisher out onto the ice. .104 left on the penalty. Drop back out to the point. Shuffle back out to the wing. Fisher tried to grab for it. Goes off of Tobin. Ricky's back out. Opposite side, back door. So Bobcats take advantage of the power play.
Touchdown, baby!
3:46 left. Second period. Touchdown, back over to Thies. Icing call. Back over to Fisher. Shot attempt. Pivoted back out into the neutral zone. Thies is there. Send it back up. Back over to Doc. Bobcats. Doc shuffles it back. Bobcats. Turn back over. Icing call. Oh my gosh. Trudeau right there almost on the rebound. Excusa took a shot. Goes off the referee. Picked up by Peruto. Fisher turns and fires. Is off a defender's stick. I got the Thies at the point. Oh, just goes wide of the net. Picked up by Bob. Bob shuffles back over. Fisher waited on the puck. Back out to Cusa. Off the post. Bob's on a back check. Good save by Justin. Knocked back down. Shuffled back over to Bobs. Over to Peruto. Penalty coming up on Team Philadelphia. Braden Fisher with a hook. The Bobcats again on the power play at the 1:54 mark, up 4-3 in the second period. Minute 54 left. Lang tries to turn and fire. Back up to Luca. Back over in the wing.
It's just that one little spot.
'Bobcats back out to the point. Kick save by Nichols out onto the ice. Luca with him. Sent back out to the point. Shot attempt goes high. Goes all the way back. .33 seconds left in the period. Doc is there. Filters back out. Back over to Nichols. Nichols gets a shot attempt off. Doc, Nichols, Ricky, Lang. 21 seconds left in the period. Bobcats come across. Back out to the point. Nice stick by Nichols. 6, 5, 4. Lucky. Really lucky. All right, to the end of second period. Bobcats up 4-3. 6 seconds left on the penalty for Team Philadelphia. Looks like we're all set. Cusa, Peruto, Bobs, and Tobin. Try to finish off the last 6 seconds of this penalty kill. Last period. Pucks down, all the way back. Even strength. Nice save. Fisher, Bruto, Cusa, Tobin, and Bops. Bruto fights for it all the way to the back wall. Checked up. Back down over to Cusa. Cusa turns. Picks it back up. Gets a shot attempt off. Puck is right there. Oh my gosh. Puck was right there. Fisher had it on its backside of his stick. Offsetting penalty, Fisher back into the box. Ben Nichols, Doc, Bobston Tobin. Back over against the boards. Bobcat cycle back opposite side. Nichols is there. Tries to knock it down. Sent back up. Back over. Picked up by Nichols. Nichols shovels it back over to Doc. Doc took a kick at it. Is unable to get it. Pops. Back out to the point. Shot attempt goes wide off the defender's stick. Fisher in pursuit. Nichols tried to get it for it across the blue line. Delayed offsides, cleared. Icing call. Bart, Kobe, Luca, Lang, and Deese. Pucks down, back over to Kobe. Kobe backhands, goes across ice to the other wall. Bobcats send it deep, all the way to the back wall. Picked up by Deese. Challenged at the wall by the Bobcats, picked up by Deese. Deese try to pivot back over to Bart. Bart gets tangled, stick lift. Bobcats. Back out to the point. Kobe. That should be an icing call. .46 left. Third period. Puck's down, Kobe. Releases back to Tobin. Tobin drops it down. Bobcat picks it off, drives it into the neutral zone. Out onto the wing. Center pass. Bart's there. Bart sends it back over to Ricky. Ricky couldn't get a hold on it. Shot attempt, Justin cradles it. Puck's down. Back over to Ricky. Ricky sends it back up to Cusa. Cusa Over to Fisher. Fisher backhand. Try to get it to himself. Knocks it back down over to Bruto. Cusa gets by a couple. Shot attempt goes wide. Shot attempt back over the outer side. Tobin. Puts it back out. Shot from the point. Back over to Tobin. Cycles around the other side over to Ricky. Back over to Tobin. Bruto. Shuffles it in. Stick lift. Centering pass gets picked up by the Bobcats. All the way to the back corner. Tobin's there. Knocked off a Prudo stick over to the corner. Ricky's there. Back over to Tobin. Oh, bad turnover. Bad turnover. Leads to a Chusa trip right in the slot. Team Philly's not helping themselves. Bobcats on the power play. Nichols, Doherty out on the ice to try to kill this off. Good stick by Bobst. Back out to the point. Out on the wing. Pass on the opposite side, back door. And it gets outside the neutral zone. Bobcats gather. Send it deep. Nichols back over. He's taking off the puck. Center pass. Score. So 5-3 at the 12-11 mark.
Shot flag!
Bruto. Back over to Cusa.
Good job! Get it out of there!
Picked up by Cusa. Cusa try to send it forward, back out. Back over to Lang. Lang shuffles it to Ricky. Ricky breaks out of it. So got two guys on him. Knocked back down over to Fisher. Fisher. Back out to Fisher. Fisher. Cusa. Fisher. Send it back out to the point. Kicked back down. Lang shuffles it back over to Ricky. Fisher across the blue line. Takes a shot attempt. Fisher picks it up. Bobcat circle. Bobcat send it into the neutral zone. Picked up by Tobin. Tobin turns. Fires back over Doc. Shuffles it into the neutral zone. Back over to Box. Over to Ben. Dumps it in. Nichols overruns the puck. Back over to Tobin. All the way to the sidewall. W back over. Pressure onto it. Oh, Bart jumps his stick. Is right in the slot. Sent back over to the opposite side. Sent back out to the point for the Bobcats. Knocked back down. Back over to Bart. Bobcats have to pull it back. 9:13 left in this game. Sent all the way to the back corner. Picked back up by Luca. Bob takes the backhand. Bobcats. Back over to Tobin. Over to Kobe. Releases out of the zone. Bobcats send it over to the back wall. 8:39. Bobs. And goes out of play. So 8:21 left in the game. Team Philly down 5-3. Full strength. Fisher, Prudo, Cusa, Lang, and Deese out on the ice. Deese challenge back behind the boards. Fisher comes away with it. Back over to Prudo. Prudo. Fisher splits a couple defenders. Okay, got hooked about 9 times. Back up to Cusa. Turn and fire. Steered into the protective netting. Cusa back over. Lang holds it in. Back over to Cusa. Cusa gets a shot attempt off. Goes just wide. Burritos there. Bobcats over to Lang. Nice reach by Fisher to try to redirect. Goldway reaches down and grabs it. Nichols, Fisher, Doc, Thies, and Lang. Touchdown. Backhand. Back over to Nichols. Nichols try to slap shot. That's an icing call. Fisher tried to get a shot off. Goes off the defender's stick. Nichols is there. All the way to the opposite side. Back out to Tobin. Tobin shuffles it back. Picked up by Fisher. 7 minutes left in the game. Back over to Tobin. Tobin. Over to Doc. Ricky picks it up. Sends it deep. Shelby tries to knock it down. Sends it in. 6.5. Tobin makes a move. Back over. Icing call won't make it. Line change for the Bobcats. Tobin. Luca fights for it into the corner. It looked like an arm raise to me. I'm not sure if they're going to call anything. Referee's talking over. The roughing call on the Bobcats. Team Philly on a power play. Bart, Fisher, Bruno, Luca. Off. Bobcats try to send up the board. Shuffle back over. Fisher shuffles it back down. Tobin charges forward. Back over to Fisher, gains his own. Back over to Tobin. Fisher. Redirect. Over to Fisher. Fisher trying to hold it in. Does. Looking.
Get out of there.
2 shots. 1 goes wide. Fisher holds it. Back out to Tobin. Over to Cusa. Oh, try to hit Fisher on the opposite side. Tobin try to hold it in. 53 seconds. Over to Tobin. Fisher. Fisher pushes through. Looking. Back out to Cuse at the point. Cycle back over to Bart. Fisher. Trapped against the wall. Bruno back over to fight for it. Knocked down. Shot attempt. Nice feed by Bart. Back out to Tobin at the point. Over to Fisher. Fisher. Even strength. That goes out of play.
Good job, Patty! Woo!
.350 left in the game. Team Philly down 5-3. Nichols, Fisher, Doc out on the ice. Bobcats try to send it along the boards. Pick back up. Peace. Shot attempt goes wide. Back over to Fisher. Over to Doc. Doc pushes forward. Send it back up. Back over to Fisher. Try to get it over to Nichols. Nichols punches it down. 3 minutes. Fisher's there. Shot attempt goes wide. Picked up by Bobs. 238. Pizza sends it deep. Lang drops it into the neutral zone, picked up by the Bobcats. Hughes is there, picks it up. Bruto Cusa. Bobcats send it in. That goes into the box. .153 left in the game. Timeout, Team Philadelphia. So 153 left. Face off in the neutral zone. Team Philly's down. Justin's kind of edging towards the bench. So you can see Team Philly pulling the goaltender. Cusa, Peruto, Fisher, Tobin, and Nichols. Pucks down, back over to Nichols. Peruto sends it back over to Nichols. Nichols icing.
Barely covering.
Back over, Peruto comes away with it, has it knocked down. Picked Back up. Over to Cusa. Cusa back over to Prudo. Team Philly gains his own. Back out. Justin comes out of net. Team Philly adds a sixth player. Here comes Luca. Back over to Nichols. Nichols knocks it down. Nichols gathers it. Cycles it back over to Tobin. Tobin. 1:12 left. Back out. Nichols shuffles it back over to Prudo around the opposite side into the corner. Cusa. Puck was right there. That'll be an icing call. Fisher, Prudo, Luca, Nichols, and Tobin out on the ice. Empty net for Team Philadelphia. Pucks down, back over in the corner. Cusa filters opposite side. Luca's there. Back over to Nichols. Scored! Rebound by Fisher to put it in the net. 31 seconds left in this game. Team Philly gets a fourth goal. Same lineup out. Justin back in net. Team Philly try to win it. 31 seconds. Set all the way back. Justin to come off. High stick. Pick back up. Nichols. Opposite side. Back over to Fisher.
Slice it, get it out.
12 seconds. 4, 3, 2, hard-fought battle by Team Philadelphia. So they lose 5-4 championship. That'll do it for the AHF regular season and playoffs. It's been a great season for Team Philadelphia as we head to Nationals, which will be coming up the end of March. So stay tuned for that as we have Nationals at Westchester. Thanks for joining this season, and we'll see you at Nationals. Take care.